Hello, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising. It is time for your year ahead. This reading is going to start effective December 1st, 2024, and then go for the next 12 months. Let's start off with a little bit of astrology first. With that Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, that means your Sun is in the first house. And this is how people view you. So essentially, what you see is what you get. I probably said that last year too. Other people can see your adventurous side. They may also think you're a little bit flaky. You are a mutable sign, so you may change your mind depending on the information you have at the time on what you want to do or what you think about things. You're open to possibilities. That's part of what an adventurous spirit can be, is diving into new things, willing to learn, willing to change, a strong desire to evolve and transform. You may also be strongly interested in traveling, loving to travel, whether that's short-term visits, although you tend to prefer probably longer distance, if you will, travel. So to exotic countries or foreign countries or several states over, or to places you have not been before. You're not somebody who typically likes to do the same thing every time you go on a trip. You want to explore a new destination. And because your Sun is there in the first house, that's how other people see you. That's where you feel the best. That's where you feel the most like yourself. When you're off on an adventure or planning an adventure, or something strikes you as an adventure, that could be travel or not. Something shiny and new is going to get your attention, especially if you have not done it before. All right, let's get into your cards. So as I said, the first month will be December 2024, but when I'm talking about the months, I'm going to label them 1 through 12. And that's just so that I don't mess up which months are which as I'm doing all these readings. So month 1, December 1st, 2024. I'll pull one card per month and then a card from the bottom of the deck to give us kind of an overall theme or extra message for this year ahead. So month 1, 2, 3, 4, or December, January, February, March. 5 is April, May, card 6, yeah, card 7, card 8, or month 8, month 9, month 10, month 11, month 12, and on the bottom of the deck we have the 4 of Cups. So that 4 of Cups is kind of indicating there's a sense of wanting something more, needing something more, at least feeling like you're maybe missing out on something, so you can't settle, or you're not ready to settle, or you're not ready to see that what you have before you is all that you need. There's a part of you, and maybe you need to do some shadow work or start asking yourself why. What is it that you're searching for that you do not already have in front of you? That might be part of what this year is about. Now, if I look at the overall spread, some of the things I'm looking for are how many major arcana cards do you have? Because that can indicate some significant months or months where you change or evolve in some way, where you have some maturity or growth. So we're starting off with a world. So that's 1. And then the next one we have is down here in month 8 with the Chariot, and then the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Moon. So you have 4 months in this next year where there's going to be some particular significance to those months or something happening in those months that's going to be a shift in who you are as a person. The next thing I kind of look at is how many court cards do you have, because those could, not always, but could indicate people. So interactions with someone that could have a significant event. And we have a queen, a king, and a page. So 3 of your months are going to be involving in some way somebody who's going to influence you in some way, or at least some interaction you have with them will influence you. All right, so let's get into the cards. Well, okay, the next things I look at are the see if I have any repeating numbers, and it looks like yours are pretty consistent, so there's definitely movement and differences going on. All right, let's get into the reading. We're starting right off the bat with a new world. It's a new year, it's a new life, etc., etc. There's a song I'm thinking of there. The World card is the last card in the major arcana. It's indicating that you are now shifting to a different path or a different subject. You're taking everything you've learned up to this point. You're happy with it. You are okay with whatever it is you've discovered. You've evolved in some way, and now you're ready to move on from that to something new. And that's something new for you. What area of life this may be in, it could be related to cups, having to do with your emotions, because that's what we have on the back of the deck here. It could also have to do with your intuition with cups. But you're ready. You're ready to embark on something new. Maybe you're ready to step out into more into a relationship or take a relationship to the next level. Or at least you're feeling ready for that. That does not necessarily mean you're taking that step this month, but you're in a place where you're feeling more settled is the vibe I'm getting here. And then in month 2, we have the 9 of coins. Now, this is also a month where you're feeling pretty good. 9 of coins is taking time to appreciate what you have, to be grateful for the life that you've built, to practice gratitude for yourself and what you have built and created for your life. Take time to sit with the things that you really are, that really feel like accomplishments to you. That could just be if you own a house, or maybe you've moved out for the first time this year. Sit in that space that you have created for yourself. Admire the things that you've chosen to decorate with. If you haven't chosen to, indulge in doing that. Decorate a room specifically that represents to you what success means. It should be something where you feel good in it. You feel that sense of gratitude. You can see evidence of your success and appreciate it. All right. They're so squeaky. All right, and then we move on to month 3 with the Queen of Swords. So queens are feminine energy. It's still a queen though, so it's definitely a leader, somebody who is in a significant role or is very much in charge of their life, and they know what they want and how to get it. Especially with Queen of Swords, they're going to have a plan and a backup plan and probably 3 or 4 other plans to get to reach their goals. They're going to do things step by step typically. Swords are an air element, so this could be about communication. They're also going to let everybody know what those steps are, keep people on task if they can. There's also a sense of they're not into the emotional undercurrents of things. This is all about the facts and the figures. So this could be somebody you're reaching out to help you with planning something, whether that's financial planning or planning for retirement long down the road or anything like that. It could also have to do with legal matters or anything having to do with communication in some way. How are you going? Maybe you have to communicate through some legal means about something, so you're just using a legal courier or something like that. Literally, that could be what it is. But it's going to be higher level. It's going to be important. It's going to be helpful to you. So you have somebody that you help. So if you're happen to be looking for somebody that month to help you with the situation, look for a professional, or at least somebody who is going to be very professional as they're working with you on this, and somebody with a lot of experience and probably has more of that feminine energy. Okay, that's going to bother me every time I move this card, so I'm going to put it over here. Month 4, we have the 7 of Swords. So these may be related in a way. So we're still in that Swords energy, but this time you're in the thick of it. You're in the thick of some sort of conflict, of having to make a decision. It's not exactly a conflict. 7s in general can be about analysis and determining what it is you want to do. And this might be an internal thought conflict that you're having of how much do you want to take away from the situation? How much of the intellectual property do you want to claim as yours? Be careful that you don't take more than is your due. There's going to be a temptation here to do it, maybe because of the undercurrents of emotion that you have going throughout this year. But try to hold yourself back from doing that. This could also be that the other person is trying to claim more of the ideas or more of the intellectual work than they're owed. Just be aware of that. Stand up for it and say, we need to get this person involved if you need to. This is what our agreement needs to be. And there may be back and forth about what that agreement is going to be, stand your ground a little bit. Don't let them push you around and try and take more than is their due. At the same time, you need to be careful not to do the same thing. So there's going to have to be compromise here. But there is going to be that back and forth struggle until you guys work it out. Don't let your temper guide your actions, is what's pushing through the most here. And then in month 5, we have the King of Cups. So another court card. This time it's masculine energy. Again, a leader. This one is more directive. They're going to be instructing people on what to do, or taking action themselves. And it's cups. So this is going to be somebody who's very confident in how they feel about things, is very good at expressing how they feel. They understand how everybody else and what the undercurrents of the room or the situation may be. This person has a lot of power when it comes to that, and they may also heavily leverage their intuition, although it feels like they may not understand that that's what they're doing. So this may be somebody you already know in your life that's going to have a significant impact on you here in month 5. And I think it may have to do with helping you understand what was going on here and why this was such a big deal between the two people involved here. They have a lot of insight for you, and they can help you understand what was driving you from an emotional perspective, and maybe even can help advise you why you're feeling a sense of malaise or dissatisfaction with the way things are, and could offer you some advice on how to feel into that. So kind of like it's a friend or a not necessarily elder, but somebody within your community or your circle who has this kind of energy about them that you may just want to go one-on-one with and say, hey, I'm trying to understand this. Can you help me out with this? What are your thoughts? What are your insights into here? And what do you think I should do here next? So pay attention to that and get that. Otherwise, because you may still be feeling angry about this here, and you need a way to work through it, through the emotions of it. Oh, okay. And then here in month 6, we have the 8 of Cups, which means now you are ready to leave behind the drama and go out on your own. So maybe this is all about a partnership or something like a legal or business partnership that's breaking up here due to some emotional betrayal or conflicts. And that's what made it difficult to do. But once everything is said and done and you have a clear understanding of what it is that you really want out of this, you're ready, you're walking away. You're like, I'm not going to get involved in that anymore. I'm not going to let you pull me into the drama anymore. That's your stuff. That is not my stuff. You're recognizing, perhaps that's what this person here helps you do, that all this drama, this person has been pulling your strings in ways and kept pulling you back into things, which is why it was always hectic. There was always a problem. Something was always going on. Seemed like you were always having to fix things or step in. And now that you're free of that and you're recognizing what was happening, you're like, that's not I'm done. I am done. It's just a feeling of I'm done. And as you can feel that cord not necessarily snap, but ease and disintegrate within you. And there's a sense of freedom, and now an anticipation, or you're looking forward to the future when it comes to emotional things as you move forward. But you're going now into what for you is going to be uncharted territory. And again, it's an adventure, so you're probably looking forward to it. And then down here in month 7, we have the 5 of Coins. This can indicate a sense of lack. It could also indicate a feeling of being excluded. Coins are an earth element, typically pentacles in most tarot card systems. A lot of times you'll see, well, I guess it all depends on the card. But the feeling here is that you're missing out on something, that you don't have what you need, that nobody's trying to help you. For this card, though, this is indicating that this is your perception of what's going on, and it is not necessarily the reality of what is going on. Help is available to you, but you have to take an action. You're the one who has to resolve this by asking for help, by asking to be included, by asking for an invitation. It's almost like this may be a group or some people that you got into the habit of always saying no, possibly due to this situation up here. So now they've fallen out of the habit of inviting you, even though you're good friends. You need to let them know you'd like to start meeting them, that group, for whatever it is they do weekly or whatever it is that you want to get involved again with them. They don't know where you're at right now when it comes to this. They're not purposely excluding you. They just don't know that you're available anymore or now. So you need to take that step. You need to reach out the hand. You need to make that first contact again to bring yourself back into that circle if that's where you want to be. This is all on you to resolve, essentially. Don't make assumptions that you can't be fixed, that you can't change things. You can, but you have to take action. Which is followed right away in month 8 by the Chariot, which is the card indicating, all right, this decision is yours. Make it. You can't make a wrong choice here, but you have to make one. You can't have it all. You need to make one choice. Pick the direction you want to go, and then boom, go. Don't hesitate. Go for it. So this could be a job opportunity. It feels a little bit like that, or some sort of business opportunity where if you can seize it, there may be a couple here or a couple different options for it. Maybe one is a lateral move to something that you always wanted to do. Another is a promotion, or maybe one is within your company and one is at a new company if this were a job situation. But you have to make the decision, make it quickly, and then things are going to start moving. Once you make that choice, boom, 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 boom. So this is a decision point within your life that's going to impact you as the years go on or as the next months go on. So go for the one that feels the best for you. Feels. Doesn't have to make logical sense. Let your intuition lead you here. And then in month 9, we have the 7 of Wands. So wands in general are a fire element. Passion, action, movement, instigating a lot of the times. In this case, you are passionate about. There's something you believe in, and you need to stand your ground. People are going to try to distract you, get you off of your game. You're going to be challenged in a way similar to the 7 of Swords. But in this case, you really know what you want. Just be aware that others are going to try to, I want to say psych you out, but that's not exactly right. Gaslight you a little bit, probably. And try to convince you that you don't know what you're talking about, or that your idea is incorrect or not the right one to make, or society is going to, turn you away. If you believe in it, if it's right for you, then that is your thing. Then stand there and say, nope. I'm standing my ground. This is my space. This is my territory. This is where I am. They can either join you, they can stand beside you, even if they don't necessarily agree with you, or they can move on or stay where they're at. But you need to stand up for you. And then in month 9, we have the Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana card. And this is the card that's kind of like constant movement. The wheel is ever changing, ever moving. We can't stop it from moving, so life is always evolving. We are always evolving. So something is going to happen this month that's going to shift something. It's not the most significant shift necessarily, but it is enough of a shift that you may feel resistant at first, and you may be trying to hold on to something, but it's still going to happen. So you can go into it kicking and screaming, or you can take a deep breath, trust that everything is going the way that it is supposed to, even if that means that this thing needs to leave your life at this time, and roll with it. Let things flow. Try not to fight against things that are changing in this month. Take some deep breaths if you need to do that. Go for walks, whatever it is that you need to do to help yourself move through and process the changes that are going on here. Do that. It's better and easier on you if you trust and roll with it than try to put up roadblocks and stop things from happening, because it's an inevitable thing. And then in month 11, we have the moon. Another major arcana card, 2 in a row here. There is something with this change that is occurring here in month 10. There is something new to be discovered here in month 11. Something that you would not have been able to see or discover without the change that occurs in month 10. So this had to happen. The universe has it in place that this has to happen. That's why it's easier for you to just go for the flow and trust, because there's a payoff on the other side of information that will be exposed, shown to you, revealed, that you would not have without that. Something here that is significant enough for you to reevaluate someone in your life, or some situation or thing that happened in your life. You're having to uncover it. You're having to dig in and get dirty. You're having to say, this is what has been found. That cannot be hidden. The facts are the facts. It's there for all to see now. It's been exposed. You're going to want answers. You may not be able to get all of the answers, though. So you're also going to have to do some soul searching here on, what does this really mean to you? What do you want it to mean to you? How does it feel to you? And how do you feel about that? Let yourself process this information. Give yourself permission to be confused for a while. Give yourself permission to take a break while you just energetically let it coalesce within you until you have a more solid understanding and feel about how this impacts you, or how you want it to impact you moving forward. So revelations here in month 11. And then in month 12, we have the Page of Cups. So a page is a younger person, or it's a young, fresh, a bit naive energy. This could be somebody in your life who is that, could be a toddler, it could be a high school graduate, recent one, trying to decide what they want to do next in life, but excited. They're no longer in school. The world is open to them now, is their feeling, right? They're feeling fresh and new. You could be feeling fresh and new. Or they're inspiring that within you as you have this fresh perspective, if you look at things from this point of view. Now, it's still cups. Page of Cups in particular can have a very wild imagination. They are likely to get sucked into drama easily because they have zero experience out there in the world or with that type of thing. This is where you may be advising this person. This is somebody you may need to help them work through some drama that's coming up, in their life here in month 12. Yeah. You will, ironically enough for you, be the stabilizing presence for someone here in month 12. Especially with what you've learned recently, that can help you understand what they're going through on a whole nother level. So you're going to have some very good advice, but you do need to take the time to sit with them, hear them out, let them process and express themselves, perhaps like this person here taught you earlier in the year, so that you can help them understand, or at least help them come to terms with what happened, and help them understand how they feel about it. You don't want to influence them with your emotions. You want them to understand their emotions with wisdom. Very much wisdom. All right. And I think that's where you may not get clarity on this until you see this. That's another part of what I'm getting here. All right, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising. That is what I have for you for your year ahead. Please hit that like button. Please comment below and let me know how you're doing or how this reading impacted you. Please share with others, and most of all, please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.